Welcome, everyone, to All Women Driven, the podcast all about women in automotive and how they got to where they are today. I'm your host, Sarah Davis. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify under All Women Driven. You can also find me as Beauty Mama Bear on Instagram. Don't forget to like and share where you're listening. That's the easiest and best way to support this channel, along with watching the videos, of course. If you like my channel, you should also check out the Law MacArthur channel. I'm over there on Tuesday nights, along with helping with membership and a couple of other things here and there. Over there, we talk about all things Ford news, information. We give live updates, answer questions live, and have a lot of fun. Tim also has his complete guides over there where you can learn everything there is to know about Ford models and their breakdowns, how to order them. He helps you through the entire process. If you like that channel, you should also check out the Ford Video Guide channel where he talks about all the upgrades he does to his vehicles and has fun doing DIYs as a non-mechanic. So go over there if you want to watch a couple of fun videos. You should also check out All Terrain Nation, RagnarCon, Ali Dubois, and any other channels. They're down below. There's a lot of them that we support and have fun talking to. So without further ado, let's get into this week. We have Bailee. Welcome to All Women Driven.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Sarah. I really am excited. And, yeah, like I said, this is my first big podcast. So I'm new to this, but it's a big deal. I listen to them all the time. So I'm really excited to be on today.
Awesome. So we'll start with, what do you do?
Yeah, so our family's dealership is Bailee Utter Ford. We're in Denton, Texas, right outside of Dallas-Fort Worth. And we've been here for almost 70 years. So I serve as our marketing director here. I've been here for almost 2 years. And it's been just a privilege to really kind of step into the business. I started out doing just social media, little TikToks, things like that here and there. And 2 years later, and I'm handling our website and vendors and community partnerships and different things like that. So it's come full circle in the last 2 years, and there's so much more for me to learn and to keep growing, but it's been a real honor to step into the dealership.
Okay. So you've talked to Ashley, right?
Yes,
So how close are you to 70 years?
we actually are celebrating our 70th year anniversary in May of 2026. So it will be here before we know it, after the holidays. And we're already planning, trying to, spark some new ideas for a celebration. I feel like 70 years is a big deal, especially, in our community. You don't see a lot of family owned and operated businesses who have made it 70 years. And so we're trying to plan something big and exciting for that anniversary.
Right. I think it's our 75th year here at Long MacArthur.
Wow, that's awesome. That is great.
So not too far off.
Yes.
So no, you're right. You don't see a lot of the smaller dealerships continue on.
Mhm.
And sometimes you don't realize how old some of those dealerships truly are.
Yes.
You're kind of just like, well, they've just always been there. Don't really
Yeah.
know how long they've been.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to hear. I think you're the fourth dealership I've heard from for this podcast.
Mhm.
Uh, second, third owner or generational owner.
Mhm.
So growing up in the dealership, you probably got to go, during your summers, you would go visit, say hi, and you probably grew up in the dealership. So what was that like? What was your experience with that?
Yes, actually, I feel like obviously I wasn't working as a child, but my family wanted to really portray that family owned and operated heritage that we have. And so, his name is Trey Utter. We grew up doing commercials for the dealership back when, cable television, that was,
Yes.
our main form of advertising back then. And so we actually kind of did all the commercials together. So we, on our summer breaks and spring breaks and Christmas breaks, we would come up to the dealership, say hi to everyone, and film commercials, which was really fun. And I think that's ultimately what kind of sparked my interest in the
Yeah.
dealership and being kind of on camera and marketing, advertising, all the things. I think that's where the love started from. And it's really cool to see how many employees that I remember from my childhood days who are still working here, and now we're working together at the dealership. I think that's really unique that we have some extremely tenured employees here who really care about the dealership, and it's again full circle to see how that's all come to fruition.
Yeah. So did you think that you would always be coming into the family business?
No, I didn't actually. I didn't know. I went to college and I knew I wanted to be, something in terms of marketing. I actually originally I went to school for journalism. I was really inspired by Erin Andrews. I loved how she was a reporter, obviously for sports, and in a woman in a male dominated industry. I was really, inspired by that. And so I went to school for journalism, and COVID hit, and I kind of switched gears. I was like, wait, I don't know if journalism is maybe my passion anymore. And so I switched to marketing. And I think that was the most important decision for me. And I was able to still graduate in 4 years. And then I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my marketing degree after school. And I danced in school. And so I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and made it to the finals, and then got cut right at the end. And then I was like, okay, what's next for me? And I went to the Ford dealer show in Vegas. My mom had asked me to come with her and just kind of see what everything was
Mhm.
about, and that's where I was like, wait a minute, this is really cool. Ford Motor Company really emphasizes family and legacy, and hearing from Elena Ford, which is Henry Ford's granddaughter, at that
Yeah.
show was extremely inspiring for me. And I said, okay, I'm going to come work at the family business. I'll just start out, doing social media, and we'll see what happens from there. And I think that you just catch a bug and you're like, okay, now I'm invested. I'm in this thing. And 2 years later, here we are. I've grown a lot, and again, still so much more to learn and grow, but it's been really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my own experience, my dad's been in the business for 20 plus years. My great
Mhm.
grandfather was a dealership owner. You know, that I never knew that I would end up working with my dad in a dealership. That I
Mhm.
was going to work with kids, all of that. So that 180 of it's not even a thought, and then
Mhm.
to flip into it is a
Mhm.
whirlwind.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah.
Um, so you've been to SEMA. That's where we met you, was at SEMA. Tim interviewed you.
It was actually at Digital Dealer. I haven't been to
Actually,
SEMA, but it's on the
digital
bucket list. It's on the bucket list for
You
sure.
have to go to SEMA. SEMA's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. Yeah. But no,
Uh,
it was Digital Dealer, and yeah, that's where I
yes.
met Ashley and Tim, and yeah, it was my first time there too, so it was really exciting,
Okay.
and we had a blast.
Yeah. So, going through those conferences can be a lot. Were
Mhm.
you able to network a lot, or were you able to, you know, chat a lot while you were there, or was it just looking for vendors?
No, I met several people, including Ashley and Tim, who we had never met before. And now
Mhm.
I've spoken to them on several occasions, just bouncing ideas off of each other. And,
Yeah.
it's always great to make those connections and keep those connections. And so
Yeah.
that was a great networking opportunity. for us, and it was really fun. My mom and I actually went together, and so it was kind of fun to have a day outside of the dealership together and see what ideas we could come up with. And I think she was a little impressed with my vendor knowledge, and we walked
Yeah.
around, the conference, and I was like, okay, I know these people, and she was like, wow, like you've learned a lot over the last 2 years, and you know a lot of these vendors, and so that was really kind of fun to show her how much I've learned and how many people I've met.
Yeah. So, which side was it? Was it mom or dad's side of the family that came from the business?
Yes, so my grandfather, Bill Utter Sr., he
Okay.
moved here from Amarillo, and they spent their entire life savings, kind of took a risk, and it was a, you know, do or die situation almost. They didn't know if it was going to work out, but he purchased the dealership here in Denton in 1956, and we opened, and obviously we're still here today. It's grown and been a great success for us on my dad's side of the family. So my
Awesome.
dad, Bill Utter Jr., he started working here when he was 14 years old.
Okay.
Started washing cars here, and kind of doing summer tasks, seeing kind of where he could help out. And he's now retired, but we've
Yeah.
my mom came in, stepped in, and now I'm here. So it's still family owned and operated, but kind of more
Yeah.
women led. So it's super
Okay.
awesome.
So,
Yeah.
it was your mom's side then that brought it down?
My dad's
Your dad.
side.
Okay, but
Yes,
your mom stepped in. So,
yes.
what was that must have been like a big change for her
Mhm,
coming into this male-dominated workplace and
mhm.
now running a dealership.
Yeah.
So, what that is okay, what's that story like for her?
It's a really cool story, actually. She started here as a receptionist a
Okay.
long time ago when she was in college. And that's actually how she met my dad. She started working here, and she worked her way, through different departments at the dealership. And
Yeah.
obviously, she was successful at everything she set her mind to. And I think my dad was attracted to that. And,
Mhm.
here we are so many years later. They've been married for I think 25 plus years. I don't even know the actual
Yeah.
year, but um, it's been a great love story for them. And yeah, so she actually started as a receptionist, and now she's our owner, general manager, if you will. So um, I think it was a switch. She started here that many years ago. We just celebrated her 30th year anniversary working
Okay.
here. And then she had us and kind of took some time to raise my brother and I, and was home a lot more. And then when my dad decided to retire in 2013, she was like, okay, we're going to switch roles. And she came back to the dealership. And thankfully, when she was pregnant with me, she had gone to dealer school. Um,
Okay.
and she was really adamant that she wanted to go to dealer school and learn the business. And so she had that educational background and um, all of the pre-qualifications, I guess, that you would need to manage the store. And
Okay.
so she has done great. And now she's our dealer principal on the ground. And that was an honor given to her by Ford Motor Company. And so it's been really inspiring to watch her succeed at everything she's put her mind to.
That is amazing. Wow. Yeah,
Yes, it's
that
a story.
yeah, that
Yes.
yes. So has it always been Ford then?
Yes. Yes. We actually have a sister store in Sherman,
Okay.
Texas. That's Bob Utter Ford. And they have Kia as well. So
Okay.
they're in Sherman. And then my cousin, Blake, has a dealership in Denison. It's Blake Utter Ford. It's
Okay.
always all in the business, which makes holidays so much fun. We all talk
Right.
about business. Yes. And then we're also related to Bob Thomas Ford in McKinney.
Okay.
That's my uncle. So yeah,
That is awesome.
the whole families and got their
And
dealerships.
it's on board. Did you guys ever have Lincoln associated with the dealership?
Bob Utter Ford had Lincoln at one point. That they've stepped really
Yes.
seen a lot of Kia.
Yeah. As we've seen with Lincoln doing kind of separating a little bit. Um, so what is your favorite Ford? Do you have a favorite?
Definitely a Bronco. And I see your sweatshirt. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I think I need to ask her where it's from. Um,
Sam's Club.
really? Okay. They do such a good job. And so I was
Last
looking
year.
for it, but I couldn't find it. Couldn't find their Bronco stuff. But that's awesome. I definitely Bronco. When they announced that they were bringing that back, I think it was around COVID time because they were so difficult to
Yeah.
get the Broncos due to manufacturing and
Mhm.
wait times. And when we got the first one, I was still in college, and I was like, "Mom, I got to go up to the dealership so I can see the Bronco. It's so cool." So I'm biased. I love all things Broncos. It's like the only thing I want to drive. It's perfect, size for me. And I have a lab, and so his
Yeah.
kennel fits perfectly. I love all the Ford accessories that they have for pets and all the things. So definitely Broncos, but
Yeah.
there's so many great products for everyone out there.
Did you ever see the C-Max?
No, I didn't.
No.
No.
So the C-Max wasn't produced for very long, but it's a
Mm,
hybrid, and I believe either that or the Fusion were the first plug-in hybrids that Ford produced.
okay.
But the C-Max stopped being produced in 2017.
Okay.
So I have a C-Max, and it's
Okay.
my favorite.
I'll have to look that up after this.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sure I've seen it. I just, yeah, that
So
I'll look.
they're similar to the EcoSport,
Mm-hmm.
but a little bit bigger.
Okay. Yeah.
So they have a
That's,
little bit more room.
yeah.
Um, but it's so nice.
I think
Um,
once you kind of, I started out with a Mustang. I love Mustangs. And then when the Broncos came out, I was like, okay, like I think it's time to graduate to something a little bit bigger and more space. So I feel you on that for sure.
my husband had a Mustang when we got married, and he traded it for the C-Max with the plan that he was going to marry me and we were going to start a family and all of that.
Yeah.
Um, but he's like, when the kids graduate, we need a convertible, and I was like, the Bronco. And he goes,
Yes.
I meant the Mustang. I was like, well, the Bronco's convertible too.
No, I love that. I love that so much.
No,
I
he's
love
more of
it as well, but
a,
I also really like the Mach-E's. I don't know if you have had a lot of success selling them. I've seen a lot of success with those. People love them, and
we don't have a lot of success with EV here, just because of we are basically a small town. We are not metro, and we don't have
Mhm,
metro too
mhm,
close.
mhm.
So while we don't have a huge success, we can sell them.
Yes.
Eventually, they will be sold.
Yeah. Yes. I think with Dallas, Fort Worth being one of the largest markets, Ford, I think that has helped us in the EV game tremendously. Um, and the Ford Power Promise that they're doing right now with the free home chargers installation, that's been a big selling point for us. And I mean, my mom has one. She doesn't ever go to the gas station anymore, which
Yeah.
is really like cool. So if you have like the means and the space and a garage to do it, I always encourage people to at least
Now,
check.
my dad has one and my brother has one. My
Yes.
brother is now living in an apartment complex
Hmm.
where they don't have a charger. And
Yeah.
so he's having to and he takes his laundry up to their house still.
Uh-huh.
So he just goes and plugs in while he does his laundry and chills out at their house.
There you
Um,
go. I think
it's
that would be a little bit. I mean, they talk about range anxiety and finding public chargers and all of that, but we've installed some public chargers here at the dealership, and I don't know if you're familiar with Bucky's. It's kind of a
yeah,
Texas thing. I think they have them in other states as
They're
well. But
they're coming into Kansas now. We're
yes,
Kansas is getting one.
yes, we have a Bucky's less than 5 miles away from our dealership. Electric vehicle chargers. That's kind of helped the
Yeah.
infrastructure is getting there. So it's
Yes. So Tim had a Lightning
mm-hmm,
first,
mm-hmm,
and so we took that to Kansas City, and it took us longer than anticipated with the charging.
mm-hmm.
So by the time we got there, we were short on time. So we're like, okay, let's plug in. But all those EV spots are for smaller cars. They're not made for the big trucks.
Right.
So we were like, okay, we can't plug in. We were at like, I don't know, like 20 miles left with
Whew.
range. And we're like, okay, we're just going to have to plug in when we get back. Well, come to find out, those are trickle chargers.
Yeah.
They they're made to charge over several days.
Right.
So we tried plug in there. I think we got 10 miles of range and we found out that there was a dealership that was 15 or 18 miles away. And we're like, we can just barely make this.
Oh
So we
gosh.
had to go over there and plug in, and it was like 9 o'clock at night. It was dark out. We're like, this is not fun
Yeah.
because that charger ended up not being a fast charger either. It wasn't a
Mm.
trickle charger, but it wasn't fast. So it was slow going. So,
Yes. I think from what I've heard too, I think they're kind of start portable chargers.
yeah.
Makes sense. We have portable chargers for our cell phones and for,
Yeah.
other devices. I think that will be the next step, hopefully.
What I've seen on Lightning is people want solar panel for their bed covers. So bed covers that are solar panels. So you typically have that pulled across. So
Right.
have that able to connect it to charge. So
Or
then you get to a airport, you can plug in the solar panels for, create the energy and charge up your vehicle right there.
that'd
Uh,
be awesome. Yeah.
you can go off grid with that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool concept. There's so many things that I'm just like, wow, it's going to be interesting to see what the industry is like over the next 5 to 10 years. There's
Oh
so
yeah.
many ideas, and Ford is, I think, an industry leader with their technology. So it'll be interesting to see what they come out with.
Definitely.
Hmm.
So, do you have any side hobbies or things that you like to do on the side?
Yes, spend time with my family, of course. I recently got married, and we got a dog together. So I love to, take him on walks and take him to the park. And I like Pilates. I like, spending time with my, and then just working on myself and doing things kind of when you step outside of the dealership. It's such a fast-paced environment. I think taking the time for yourself outside of work is very important. So yeah, that's kind of what I love to do, and obviously spend time with my friends as well. It's hard when you graduate college and all of your friends move to different cities and start their own careers and families, and it can be an adjustment for sure, but it's
I can say
bittersweet.
even if they don't move away, it's still hard. My best
Yeah.
friend moved back to town, and she's a
Hmm.
teacher, and with all of her grading and lesson plans and everything, it is hard to get together.
Yes, it really is. Wow, we all have like calendars now that go out to like 2026. Like we're already planning for like next fall. It's crazy. I'm like, we used to just, go over to each other's houses and be like, "Hey, I'm here." And, that's just not reality anymore. And it
Yeah.
can be hard, but it does make the times that you do get to see each other even more special.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
our friends live an hour and a half away. They run a ranch. So like it's hard for them to get out of there. But they were like, "So what are you doing in January?" And I was like, "I'm not sure." She's like, "Do you have any trips coming up? Are you and your dad going anywhere in January?" I was like, "Well, there's this one that we're talking about." She's like, "Okay, well, we're planning to come and go bar hopping." So They live in a smaller town. It's a farming community, so it's a very small town. There's one bar.
Oh,
So a lot of them, they'll bring like there's like 6 couples that they bring with them. They rent a limo, we hop in with them, and we go bar hopping around our town because we have like 30 bars around here. So
that's so fun.
so they come here and bar hop with us,
They're,
rent a limo and just have fun. So like, we're
yeah,
planning one January, but I won't plan it for that week. And I'm like, awesome.
that's awesome. So fun. Yeah, you have to plan in advance for sure and prioritize that time.
Yeah. But then you add in kids and it's a whole nother ball game because you plan something and then the kids get sick.
Yes, yeah. I thankfully, I mean, my friends, we aren't there yet. We're um, just kind of starting out our careers. A lot of people are getting married right now and all the fun
Yeah.
things. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when that kind of starts coming into the mix because then things will get predictable for
I
sure.
married older. He's 8 years older. So all of his friends are at that stage where they're having kids.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we had kids with them. And so now we kind of did things backwards. So
Yeah. How do you just have one kid or multiple?
we have 2 boys,
Oh
3 and
wow.
6. Yeah, 3 and 6.
Are they
So
into cars?
they're into monster trucks.
Yeah.
They are into cars, so they know Broncos. We'll be driving and there's a Bronco, and I'm like, where do
Yeah.
you see this Bronco? What?
Yes. That's so fun. We just saw, we're doing a right now, Toys for Tots toy drive at our dealership for Christmas. And we're like going to go get some toys. And they make the little kid sized Broncos. I think it's at Walmart, if
Yes.
I'm not mistaken. And we were like, oh my gosh, we might have to go buy one of those because they're so adorable. And I feel like all
Yeah.
kids would love
Yeah, most definitely. So we did Toys for Tots here, in conjunction with a
that.
local
Hmm.
bank, and our general manager, his daughter, they'll raise like all the dealership employees will pitch in money for it,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
then he takes his daughter out, and she's middle school age, and she gets to shop, and so she
Oh,
gets to go shopping for all the kids and spend the money.
yes.
So they did that last night, and they're like, "We got upgraded from just a truck bed to a truck bed and an expedition," and they filled up the back of that expedition.
That's
Um,
amazing.
so it's a lot of fun to see each year that she gets to go do that, and then they post it and everything. So
That's
it's
so
pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
So
really cool.
yeah. So we've kind of talked about the hobbies, gigs, family, and job and everything. Um, who or what inspires you?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of touched on it earlier. My mom, obviously, of course, her story is just so inspiring, really rare, in my opinion, to see a
Yeah.
woman come from a quote free level position, her women in respect in this industry, and she's done an excellent job. And I think that's what kind of motivates me to maybe step in her shoes one day and try to fill them. I don't think I could ever fill them, but she's done an excellent job. And being one
Yeah.
of the only female owners in the Dallas market that we've met, um, that's just really inspiring. We have a great time when we go on Ford trips, and I get to meet some people at the corporate level, and it's really cool to see how much they respect us and what we're doing as women leaders at our
Mhm.
dealership. It's been really really inspiring. So that's
Yeah.
what keeps driving me for sure.
Yeah. Um, how would you say we could encourage women to get more into the automotive community?
Yeah, I think not being afraid to just put yourself out there is one of the most important things, because when I came into the business, I was a little bit intimidated, um, specifically because I felt like I should already know everything, especially growing up, in the business, even though I obviously wasn't working day to day in the business. I felt like there was maybe a little bit of an expectation to know everything and know everything about a car buying experience or know every service that we offer or parts that we offer. And I like two years later, I still don't know every single thing. I'm learning daily, but not being intimidated to obviously apply for the job. That's the first step, and really just put yourself out there and show what you have to offer, even if it's not every single product knowledge, like, or every single little detail. There's so many things that you can offer from personal standpoint of maybe your organization skills or your marketing ideas or just different ways that you can fit into the business that will make a positive impact. So just not being afraid to self and know what you have to offer over someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, do you have a lot of women in the dealership then?
we
Or is it
do.
still pretty male dominated?
I mean, I unfortunately, like the men, obviously they're great. We love them, and
Yeah.
our dealership is still pretty male dominant. But every single day we're growing. We have
Yeah.
quite a few females here. We have a few female service advisors. Our aftermarket manager, she's a female, and she is so much fun. She
Awesome.
goes to SEMA every year. She loves it and does a great job. For us, obviously, our marketing team is all females, and every single day we're trying to get more women to come join our team, and it's
Yeah.
really awesome. We have fun here, all the girls. We band together, and
Yeah.
we have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Typically in a dealership, the female roles are typically, in the office,
Yeah.
finance,
Mhm.
um, reception, some,
Mhm.
the internet sales. Typically, the people in the BDC are female.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Now, have you had a lot of people coming in to purchase? Have you had males coming in that are like, no, I want to talk to a guy?
Not that I've heard. We've actually had people come that want to talk to a female specifically. And I don't know if that's kind of just stemmed from maybe our marketing. We try to promote that we're a woman led business
Yeah.
and family owned and operated. So I don't know if maybe where that's coming from, but we haven't had
Yeah.
anyone say that they need to work with a
Yeah.
male.
So
Yeah.
they're coming in with the expectation of this is a women-led dealership. This is what I'm getting. So they're already coming in with that expectation of that. And I'm sure that helps a lot.
Hmm.
There's times where I answer the phone, hey, I want to talk to Tim.
Yeah.
Well, I'm his assistant. He's busy. How can I help you?
Yes.
Um, you sometimes get those, but a lot of the time it's, oh yeah, you're on that podcast. Yeah, great, awesome. So having
Yeah.
that knowledge of yes, I'm there does help that
Yeah.
image.
I
So
think one thing we've done to overcome that a little bit is with our social media, we have really tried to make everyone in our dealership, if they are comfortable with it, to put their faces out there and let
yeah.
our audience get to know them as a person so that
Mhm.
when, maybe I'm not available or whoever they want to work with is not available. Oh, but look, here's XYZ that you may
Yeah.
have. So that's something that we've kind of really encouraged our team to hop on board with is,
Yeah.
hey, the more that you get yourself out there on social media, I promise you it's really going to help you if you're comfortable with it. And customers may not recognize you from social media. We've actually had that happen. Oh, I want to
Yeah.
talk to the TikTok guy. And so really trying to get more faces out there is something that we're working on.
Yeah. That is awesome. Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun talking to you.
Yes,
Uh
you as well.
yeah. So hopefully sometime we can have your mom on. Um
Yeah.
And maybe we can hear from some other women in your dealership and kind of do a little special on your dealership and have some more people on. But it's been so much fun talking to you and getting to hear your story.
Yes, you as well. I see a lot of similarities between the two, and so it's been really fun to kind of talk about that. And I feel like I
Yeah.
could just talk forever. So, and I
Oh,
know
yeah.
all the other girls at the dealership would feel the same way. I think you'd have a lot of fun talking to our aftermarket manager, Claire. So,
Yeah.
well, maybe we'll have to get her on here.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you for another week of All Women Driven, the podcast where we're looking in the past to drive women forward in automotive. Join me next time for another wonderful episode. I am planning for another Rebel team. So come join me, hear more about Rebel as we look forward to hopefully next year seeing some more interviews and doing a longer run of that. So have fun, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye.